With Ulosophy. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you liked any of my past videos, please check out our other social media: Facebook, Instagram, our Twitter, our blog. We add great and powerful information there on a regular basis. Today I want to talk about motivation for entrepreneurs. When you're an entrepreneur, it seems like you're going and going nonstop. Today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks so you can actually be effective, be productive, and execute appropriately than to just, go out of control and then burn out. The first one is have a dream book or dream board. Have a dream book or dream board. If you don't know what they are, I've made a video on it, but just to give you a basic idea of what it is, a dream book is basically a book where you add pictures. It could be like a binder, and you add pictures of everything and anything that you want. Maybe it's certain cars, a house. You could get a fake check and draw a fake check and put the amount you want. Anything that can get you focused and feeling good about your dreams or about your goals that you have. Being an entrepreneur, maybe it's in your business, maybe seeing your business in a photo, for example, a location where you want your business to be, and then maybe draw your business name on top and see you're in that building, things like that. And the dream board is exactly the same thing as a dream book, the same aspect. Put things that you want there that are your dreams, goals, and desires, but except it's a board, and it could be in your bedroom, it could be in your bathroom, it could be anywhere in your house, as long as it's there and you see it every day. You see it, it makes you focus on it, and that is the key. Focusing on your dreams. The second one is stay plugged in to audios, videos like these, and books. Stay plugged in into those aspects as much as you can, whenever you can. Ideally, everybody has time to listen to some audios, look at a video, or read some books. Hey, when you go to the restroom, keep a book there. Pick it up, read it. Stay, feeding your mind. When you're getting up, taking a shower, or you're cooking breakfast, whatever, as soon as you wake up, put in that audio. Start listening to some positive information, or again, you have some free time in the restroom or when you wake up. Hey, put on YouTube, get on the Ulosophy channel and watch a video or two. They're short. Staying plugged into that system. That system will allow you to be energized, to be focused, and to be in a good emotional state. Plugging into audios, videos, and books. The next thing is develop relationships with like-minded people, or keep in contact and see those relationships, professional relationships, on an ongoing basis. When you have relationships with like-minded people, people who have dreams like you, people who are entrepreneur like you, people who are going somewhere like you, you get to do what Napoleon Hill talked about in his book Think and Grow Rich, and that is you'll develop a mastermind. Basically, it's a synergistic effect. It's 1 + 1 is not 2. When it's a mastermind, it's 1 + 1 = 4 or 6. The power increase, the vibration you put out into the universe is stronger and more powerful. And when you develop like-minded relationships with like-minded people, you also get to talk to them about your challenges that you have going on, and maybe they can give you some inspiration. When you're down, you're feeling down, maybe they're up. They can give you some inspiration, some motivation, some some helping to keep moving forward. Don't give up, and you can do the same thing for them whenever they need it. So that's very very ideal. Is practice receiving and giving recognition. Practice giving and receiving recognition. When you give recognition to somebody and you appreciate them and tell them, how good they did on a certain project, on a certain goal, or what they're doing, they're working non-stop, they keep going, they're not giving up. When you give that recognition to them, you get a very good feeling inside you. You get to see a different side of the nucleus, which is your entrepreneurship. You get to almost, you know, be, it's a certain peace that you get when you give someone recognition. And when you do that, you open the door for the universe or for God to throw in that blessing to you. You get, because remember when we were kids, whenever you got recognition, for example, in school, and they gave you a gold star, remember they put it on your forehead and you didn't want it to come off the whole day. You kept it though. You kept it in your forehead the whole day, and you wanted everybody and anybody to see that you had that gold star on your forehead for doing such a good job. Recognition does something inside of us that it's unexplainable, but it energizes us. It gives us a certain form of peace, and the benefits that you get from it when you do it on an ongoing basis, not only receiving it but giving it, is very beneficial. Next is unwire from time to time. you know Step out the nucleus of what is work every single day. Sometimes, hey, you may feel toast, you may feel burned out. Hey, go and watch a movie, go and relax, take the day off. Working so much, research shows that when you take a rest off, you know one day or 2 days out a week, your productivity increases and your emotional state doesn't decrease to very negative form. So what you can do is unplug. Hey, you know what, today I'm not going to read a self-help book, I'm not going to listen to a self-help audio, I'm going to read a novel today, or I'm going to read a magazine, or guess what, I'm going to watch TV today. Unplug from time to time. And life, that's what life's about. That is why you're working so hard, so you can relax and do whatever you want. So unplug from time to time. Go out and shop, go and buy something. Women, if you're an entrepreneur, woman out there, go and shop. I know you ladies love shopping. Unplug from time to time. The next one is health. Practice having a good quality sense of health. Practice health in your life. Eating healthy, doing things like exercise may really help. Having the mind cleared and not having, extra baggage on yourself because of your health, but feeling energized, waking up refreshed, ready for the day with gusto and vigor. It helps out a lot. The energy that you could get from a good health, you can go very far. You won't be tired as much when others are. If it's to the point that you have to work extra hours, then you can take it because you're practicing healthy habits. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect, but doing things for your health, not every day, but every now and then on consistent basis can really help. Even doing simple things, maybe like taking a couple of nutritional supplements, maybe doing a couple cleanses, make sure you're drinking enough water, eating healthy from time to time, not skipping meals, make sure you're well fed, can go a very long way. Research has shown that if you look at other entrepreneurs and their advice, health is a big part. Even General Patton, I believe, one of his quotes was that a good general, must have energy, and you get energy from exercising. Then that was his words actually. Last but not least is make sure you have good sleep. Having good sleep is, I can't tell you how beneficial it is. Sleeping at least 8 hours is very ideal. I know sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, sometimes there's no time to sleep 8 hours. But guess what? Try your best. Try your best. You may not do it every day, but at least make sure to do it as much as you can. If you're having good health, practices, you may also, develop a good sleeping pattern. You may not have trouble not being able to sleep or whatnot. So that everything goes into key. But sleeping at least 8 hours, cannot do it every day, but try. Also, sleeping from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. is ideal. There's much research out there that has been, studied and clarified that if you sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., the actual chemicals in your brain and in your body all going tune into giving you a more refreshed state of sleep. Research has proven that. So, try to get 8 hours as much as you can. I know for an entrepreneur that is impossible to do every day, but try. And sleeping from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., hey, anybody, even if you're not an entrepreneur. Sorry about that, but the camera got cut off. But as I was saying, if you can get sleep from 10 to 6 a.m., ideally, if you can do 10 p.m., do 11 p.m. If you can't do 11 p.m., do 12 a.m. The closer to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. is ideal. We're not perfect, especially if you're an entrepreneur, but try your best. So that is all for the tips and motivation for an entrepreneur. If you like this video, watch my other videos. Also, make sure to visit our Facebook, our Instagram, our blog, our Twitter. We had great and powerful information there on a regular basis, so check that out. I'll see you guys next time.